This is Mrs. Castanelli with a few tips on how to use Adobe Spark Video. When you first open up Adobe Spark, you have the option of adding these different slides. Notice that when I click over here on Layout, this is my option for slides. So on this first one, I have a full screen with something on top of it. In this slide, I have chosen the two thing option, an image and text. Sometimes you can just put an image that you find off the internet. You'll have to upload it from your Chromebook. Another option in Adobe Spark is to have icons that represent your image instead of having text or images. So you pretty much just have only these four layouts to choose from because we're trying to focus on the content of your presentation and not so much spend time on worrying about what the layout looks like. One of the powerful tools about Adobe Spark is the ability to record and re-record your narration. For example, if I was going to record my narration on this slide, I would just press and hold on this icon right here and do my recording like this. The housing market in the Portland area is very strong. Houses are more expensive than ever, and people cannot afford to live in their current neighborhoods. Notice that it was giving me some prompts when I was getting long. If I don't like the way that sounds, I can come over here and remove the narration and press and hold and do the recording again. The cool thing about Adobe Spark here is that this recording will now be attached to this slide. So even if I decide to put this in a different order, that recording will come with it. When you are doing your slide presentations, over here it will show you how long your current narration is. So if you want to record over it, just remove your narration and do it again. Notice everything is being saved automatically in the background. When discussing gentrification of Portland, we should ask ourselves, how are we balancing fair housing with business development? Who wins and who doesn't? You can click over here and play. When discussing gentrification of Portland, we should ask ourselves, how are we balancing fair housing with business development? Who wins and who doesn't? So each of your slides will have a recording like this. If you do have a slide where maybe you are going to do a recording, or maybe you just want people to look at the image, you can remove the narration, but then change the time slider so people still have more time to look at the image. And after you record each of your different slides and you have a narration on each of them and you're happy with it, you can come up here and preview your project. When you are choosing your project, there are some built-in themes, and you'll notice I have this blueprint theme that is playing on every single slide. This theme also has its own specific music, which you can turn on or off. If you do choose one of these music, I would keep the volume down. And when you're all done with your project and you have everything the way you want it, you are going to click on the share button in here, fill out all the different areas, choose an education category, and then go ahead and create the actual movie. It will provide you with a link that you can turn into your teacher, or you even have the ability to download your final movie project. So once again, Adobe Spark is like a narrated slideshow with limited options for layout and design, so you can focus on your narration and what you want to say. Best of luck.